This is the Joy of Decks, the show that's taking 4 apprentice DJs on a journey of a lifetime with the chance of earning a place on a global DJ tour. Chosen from 300 hopefuls, our 4 finalists are being mentored by dance gurus Mr. C, Sister Bliss, Roni Size and Tom Middleton. Last week, our guys spent time with their mentors learning tricks of the trade. This week, Anthea, Cloda, Ryan and DM are off to Ibiza. The challenge will be to see if they can cut it playing at some of the island's most revered pre-club bars.
I want to be in Ibiza now. Yeah. I don't want to be here in the Gatwick airport.
Uh-oh.
Beauty,
chaos,
tranquility,
raving,
capital, women with very little clothes on.
oh, dance anthems.
Hedonism.
This is where everyone goes to go wild.
Partay.
Definitely one of my favourite places to play.
Men with it all hanging out in Salinas. So many visions flashing.
Ibiza, the Balearic island of beats. Our guys will get to check out some of the best club nights on the island to try and gain some inspiration before the challenge of their own sets. Before the journey begins though, it's time for our guys to settle into their new luxury pad. This will become their sanctuary during their whistle-stop tour of the island of dance.
Morning. Time to be around about
5-hour delay.
Stuck in Gatwick for 7 hours.
Weather's a bit fucking shit.
Apparently it's hot. It's hot in London right now, and it's raining here.
Sun, this is what I come for, sun.
Can I show you my bed? I haven't made it up actually. Look at This is my bed. How nice is that? This is where I dress. That's where I sleep. This is my dressing room.
Nice chilling out area. Place to sleep up there if anyone wants to sleep up there. Yeah, outside, come on. Down here. Nice barbecue. We've got time to do that.
Wake up this morning to find a lizard. Wow. That was a shock for me. See the lizard across the wall. I was like, what's going on here? I ain't seen one of them before, so I was like, wow.
Big one though, big one.
I had to get Ryan to get it out for me. Get it out!
With the toilet brush.
I got woken up this morning by a bit of hammering and drilling.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I thought it was a house beat.
No.
I love the smell. As soon as we landed and I smelt that air, it was just nice to get away from all that smog.
I was just thinking a little while ago that I haven't really soaked it in, that I'm here, that I'm in a gorgeous villa, that I'm about to be taken off clubbing and not pay anything.
I didn't know what to make of Anthea the first day. But getting to know her here, she's such a great girl.
My hair!
No, I ain't see no girls, but I'm looking for you, yeah?
DM is really cool and Ryan just enjoys everything. Enjoy, that's Ryan.
I'm just enjoying it. Enjoy it. Just enjoying myself. In January, sort of came down with viral meningitis, ended up in hospital for a little bit. Worst thing was, like, I couldn't play music, couldn't listen to music because everything was just, like, hypersensitive. I'm still taking tablets now, and that's, like, about nearly 8 months later.
I'm getting ready for a space. Do I have to get dressed in front of the camera?
This is Sunday afternoon into the evening. It just seemed like a really crazy time to be dancing.
I think the music policy is quite adventurous. There's always different people being booked to play there. You never quite know what you're going to get.
For me, it's a bit too busy. Yeah, like, it's like people crammed onto the terrace like sardines. I don't know why they don't actually stop it at a certain point and say, look, we've got enough people in here now, we've made our money. But they don't, they just keep cramming them in, cramming them in.
When Space Tennis goes off, it absolutely goes off.
Do rewinds in-house.
What do you mean, spin back?
You know, like, yeah, if the tune's just absolutely banging and the crowd just go mad. Yeah, do it play again.
House, which is so dry, isn't it?
I don't think, to be honest, Dennis went into it, really.
Bloody hell, should have been out of space.
Space wasn't really dry, but it was dry.
It just wasn't his style of music, it wasn't his vibe, it wasn't his crowd.
Crispy dry, bro.
There was a DJ on, like, a chubby Limp Biscuit. He was kind of good, but then the DJ after him was just... He just killed the whole vibe.
I think the music wasn't great. It wasn't like, wow.
You could just see it when he was on there. It was like... yeah, that's it, let me get the next tune, you know what I mean? Not, yeah, looking at the crowd thinking, all right, yeah, I'm going to play this one.
I've heard music like that in London. This is Ibiza and it's supposed to be, you know, something amazing.
If you're not feeling what you're doing anymore, come out, because there's plenty of DJs that will do a better job.
It's open, isn't it, in DC10?
Can you probably in DC10?
Who wants to come under?
It's probably the most closest thing to an acid, you know, probably proper acid house sort of feeling of the late 80s I've ever witnessed.
DC10 is now the stuff of legend on the island.
It's a room and a sound system. It's back to basics. But within that, the most unbridled behaviour happens.
It's grown into being this, basically the major attraction on the island. And by the time you get to 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon, it's complete hedonism going on in there. It's like a zoo. There's freaks, wall to wall, people going absolute bonkers.
Mr. C, it was my first time hearing him. He had a couple of records that I recognised and that I had in the beginning, and I felt a connection with him right away. And the things that he'd been showing me during the week, like a bit of cutting and scratching, he was doing it there and it was working. He was really loving it, and he was, I don't know, I felt it. It was very, very good. I think that's my best clubbing experience now. I couldn't help but dance. Everyone was just bouncing around.
The end was just like, this is where it's at.
There was horns going, there was someone on a gramophone, like a speakerphone.
Tell you what, if I had a camera now, I'd be walking around taking photos of loads of birds because they're all fit and they've all got the tops off. The only thing is, I ain't got the sunglasses, so I look like a bit of a pervert, you know?
Our guys have experienced space and the mixing skills of Mr. C at DC10. Now it's time for them to put into practice what they've learnt so far on their Ibiza journey. Cloda's up first to see if she can rise to the challenge of the legendary Bora Bora.
I think it's important for Cloda not to be confined to one particular style. The beauty with Ibiza is it's very much a house music-dominated island.
Pretty nervous, actually, but I can't believe the opportunity I have to get to play here at Bora Bora. It was only 3 months ago. I was here before for the first time, and I was dancing there, and I can't believe 3 months later I'm going to play there.
She doesn't have to be tied to one particular thing. I think she can broaden her musical taste. It's a nice place to do that because you have the difference between nighttime clubs and daytime clubs.
I think start with a tribally bit and then get a little bit tougher, a bit funkier, and at the end some powerful stuff.
Bora Bora, you can combine serious sunbathing and have a quick dance if you want to, and jump in the sea immediately after.
I'm glad it's over. I was so nervous in the beginning, and I started panicking, you know. I didn't think I had the right record.
Very good girl, very nice girl actually as well. That counts a lot as well. I think personalities come across a lot when you're playing your music.
In the beginning there was not many people, and now it's quite packed, so something must have worked.
I'm really quite impressed actually, to be honest with you.
Yeah, man, I'm proud of her, man. She rocked the place down.
I'm quite new to house. I really love it, but I need to get out there. I need some money, man. I need to buy some records.
You should be proud,
Weird, man.
DJ G's scared.
I've never been to Manumission before, but I'm expecting a lot of eye candy.
It's such an impressive club. It's like, what, 8,000 people or something. It's just ridiculous. Like,
well, I hear there's lots to see. You mentioning BMX riders and tits. Oh,
The theatre and the amount that goes into the production, obviously at Manumission, is amazing. You know, they despite, I think it's their 8th or 9th year, busier than ever.
Some people call it hell reborn. Some people say it's heaven on earth.
second only to going to a festival. It's crazy. It's pure spectacle.
Manumission encapsulates the spirit of Ibiza. It's properly hedonistic, it's properly creative. It doesn't run outside of Ibiza. It's the only kind of self-contained club, if you like, that doesn't have any franchises or any other nights running anywhere else in the world.
Every time I go, I think to myself, why am I here? This is hell. But I have such a good time. The music is dead cheesy. The shows are completely over the top. It's like cabaret.
When I walked in, it was like, wow, so many people.
It's a very visual party and so much going on, so much fun.
I liked it, man. It was very entertaining. It wasn't just about music, it was also about visuals. The stage show was good, the acrobats were good. I enjoyed the naked woman swinging 20 feet in the air.
It was good. I thought it was a good place. I mean, I'll go and visit it again.
Why have you got a problem with playing at Cambridge?
No, it's not a problem.
I just know what I'm capable of, and that necessarily wasn't it.
That's the Smirnoff experience.
This is our VIP lounge. VIP treatment. VIP. This is the VIP bar.
Before the break, Cloda set the standard with her DJ set at Bora Bora, and now it's time for Ryan and Anthea to see if they too can cut it on one of Ibiza's premier pre-club bars.
Well, I'm excited. I'm a little bit nervous because I've never been to Mambo before. I've heard a lot about it. But, yeah, I'm just a bit...
I think Anthea's music would be perfect for Mambo. People go there for the sunset mostly, and it puts them on a special vibe. It's a lot deeper, it's mellower. You can get away with playing ambient music there because people are just waiting to see this beautiful sunset, which is exactly what it is with the sun going down over the sea. It's gorgeous.
I'm going to probably start off with some Latin bits, some Latin influence house, and then maybe move into the stuff that's a little bit more deep and electronic. I'm not sure, actually. I haven't really worked it out 100% in my head. I'll see how I go when I'm there. Take only what I need. Well, I've still got too much. It's typical Anthea.
Cafe Mambo.
How are you feeling, Anthea?
I'm fine. I'm so confident about tonight. I'm just going to go in there and I'm going to play and do my thing and it's going to be absolutely fantastic. I know it will.
I think, seriously, I think your style will complement it really well.
When you heard it was going to be Cafe Mambo, what did you say?
Great.
Great.
Yes.
It's important to remember that it's not a nightclub, it's a cafe bar, which kind of turns into a DJ bar, if you like, in the evening. So the rhythm of the bar is very, very important, and the music needs to reflect that.
I just know what I'm capable of, and that necessarily wasn't it. So, you know, there's always more to do.
A bit strange now, thinking, yeah, I've played Mambo now, so I want to play again now. I just want to carry on and play everywhere.
Tonight, it's DM's turn to play his drum and bass set, but finding his groove on an island that's the spiritual home of house may not be easy.
Ibiza is known to be this raving capital, so when you go there and you find yourself playing in front of one person, you're going to take that to heart. You're going to feel like maybe no one's come to see you, or maybe no one likes your music, and it's going to affect you. It's going to make you feel like you're down in the dumps, that you don't belong there, you shouldn't be there. but you've got to draw from within. You've got to pull something out of the bag. You've just got to go through with it because it's your job as an entertainer and a DJ to get out there and to, you know, make the bar staff dance.
To break drum and bass on an island that's predominantly, you know, house music orientated, I think is a nigh on impossible task.
I think our music is very urban and it belongs in an urban society.
In some ways, Ibiza's the most broad-minded place and the most narrow-minded place.
It's going to put sour grapes in your mouth, it's going to turn you off, but that's the test of a DJ.
If I was a DM, I'd be quite scared.
The guys have just woken up and are about to be paid a surprise visit by one of the Joy of Decks judges. He's heard that DM's having reservations about playing his drum and bass set to a small crowd, and so he's come to have some words.
This is a competition. Yeah? I want, not just me, you have got to impress the panel that they believe that not only do you want to get to the next level, but that you can do it. Got a minute?
Yeah, sure.
Why have you got a problem with playing at Canyons?
No, it's not a problem. It's just that I would like to... It's like I would like people that's into house music to be there and then let them hear drum bass and see how they react.
Well, there's going to be some people there.
It's just not the right island. It's not the place for drum and bass. And it's not the place for hip-hop. And it's not the place for R&B.
When Armand Van Helden came to play at Space and tried to drop hip-hop on the terrace at Space, which is totally about euphoric house, bombed.
Yeah, they all just...
Did he more than likely made those people even more against hip-hop than they were in the first place because it intruded their space, you know? And so if the way to turn people onto music is to start at the right level and move up.
Drum and bass has got a place in Ibiza. You know, there's certain types of clubs, but I think places like Underground, which is a really cool underground club just on the way to Privilege, they do nights like that very successfully.
I've done it before. People that ain't into drum bass, I've opened their eyes to it.
What he's got to do is just learn a bit of, you know, to be confident when everything around him is going against him.
It could be more beneficial for me to see how you handle an empty room as it is for me to see you handle a full room.
It's got a place here, and I think it's just up to the promoters and the programmers to be considered where they actually use it. And I think in time it will gain more and more following on the island, for sure.
That's what I mean about promoters. They're scared to take risks. They just would keep with the same
but then
because it works.
But then you're saying that promoters are scared to take risks, and that you're also saying that you're not going to be happy if it's not full.
I think there's a future for any good music, you know, and a good drum and bass track can be dropped anywhere, you know, if it's a great track.
At the end of the day, I'm here representing drum and bass, do you know what I mean, as much as myself. And what I'm saying is I'd rather have the opportunity of people hearing it than actually nobody hearing it.
You already thinking like what style you're gonna play, or you're just gonna take the bag and just see how it goes?
Well, the thing is, I've got the whole range of music, so I'm just going to start off slow, introduce them to it, kind of thing, give them a little familiar something what they're used to, do you know what I mean? So drop a drum bass that's got kind of house kind of style to it, and then just start giving them, then open them up to it. So yeah, it's the whole thing, see how the vibe goes. But if I start seeing people leaving, that's it. Well, I'm going to have to get some of you lot's records. Saw a couple people dancing, one guy shook my hand. But yeah, I just enjoyed it. I just went into my own zone and just did my thing, you know what I mean? I just started off nice and easy and then just progressed, and then tried to do a little housey style and then just finish on a nice little bang.
Good man, considering the surroundings and the situation.
And Arsenal losing. That's all I needed, the Arsenal losing while I'm playing.
The guys have played the Island of Dreams, and it will soon be time for them to head home.
I don't want to go back to work.
I haven't come out here to go and party, but I've come here to get experience and stuff like that, and I feel like I've learned stuff, you know, obviously playing out and meeting people. It's been really, really good,
I think London clubs need to come over here and check it out because they need sound like that, because you get to feel the full quality of the music.
he's had to be quite strong. The bar that he had to play in, there was not really many people there and half the people watching football. And I think he was he showed a lot of strength throughout that, playing in a place that had no atmosphere.
I've been sampling on mini disc, and I'm going to take that back and work on that for the track when we do that next week or something. So I've got some good little sounds and bits and bats, like getting stuff like this, and then we're going to morph it into a track. So I'm looking forward to getting back and doing that.
When I played, somebody said something to upset me, and I was completely put me off, you know, and I really didn't enjoy my set.
I think if you set yourself up in any kind of entertainment industry, you're going to take the good and the bad. You're going to take flack. I mean, every time people write a review of a record that I've made or something and they haven't enjoyed it, I mean, it affects me personally, it really does. But on the other hand, it has to be water off a duck's back. If you're putting yourself up there, you've got to take the rough with the smooth.
If I'm going to be a professional DJ, I am going to get criticised. Of course, everybody won't like what I'm playing, you know, and I've got to toughen myself up and not let anything like that affect me. If anybody says anything negative to me, I have to just block it out, become strong and carry on what I feel is right.
There's a lot of fears that I have that I need to just overcome and just do it, really, because most of the time when you do just do it, it will work.
Next week, our guys have to cut their own track, drop it in a club, and hope they don't clear the dance floor. Be part of the journey on itv.com/thejoyofdegs.
If I were, I wouldn't